the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Tonight, but 20 years ago, it probably would have played out a little bit differently.
Yeah, totally right. I can remember when you throw the ball, you isolate the bigs on the blocks, Kevin. You wait till they get double teamed. They take up most of the shot clock, and then they kick it out to you at the last minute, and that's where you shot the three. Right now, as you know, we see the game right now where the lane is wide open, and it's played at a faster pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Nowitzki is out there with Paul George. Then there's Chamberlain, and there's Bryant, and it's Archibald in at the point guard position. And here is Johnson, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Johnson against Bryant. Johnson, the pass to Malone. He kicks it to Parrish. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against New York. The Raptors shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Steve, with Toronto being the lone team in Canada in the NBA, they represent a lot for the nation's basketball fans.
Canada has taken a big step forward in their basketball program. More high draft picks are Canadian, and more are on the way. The success, in my opinion, of the Raptors over the last several years has definitely had an impact on Canadian basketball.
He hits the second from the line. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the New York Knicks. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Archibald. He's guarded by Thomas.
And nobody represents the little guy in the NBA better than Nate Tiny Archibald. But forget about the nickname and understand that Tiny plays a big role on any team he's a part of.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Outside Thomas. The kick out to Worth. Malone dishes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's the pass to Nowitzki. No good. Shot missing. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Here's Worthy. Got it from 16 feet.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
George against Worthy. And George kicks to Bryant. Buries it down low. Bryant's got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Yeah, finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of of Thomas at work.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Nowitzki outside. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Archibald passes to Nowitzki.
There's a timing and a rhythm to how Parrish plays. Really an underrated defender who routinely frustrates shooters.
Worthy kicks to Thomas. Passes it to Johnson. Here's Thomas. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Thomas got his first 2 points. Pass to Kobe. That one goes in.
Hey, how about that high release Bryant has? Really helps him inside when the D there is attempting to smother him.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Malone misses. Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Archibald. He's guarded by Thomas.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
19 seconds left in the first. Pass to Kobe. 6 to shoot. And again, it's New York.
I will say this about his shooting stroke. It's pure when he's got it going. Perfect so far this quarter.
Thomas kicks to Malone. Shoots over Chamberlain. And a little luck that time, but it drops. It's all tied in Toronto. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
Well, what's that saying, guys? Sharing is caring. Just terrific ball movement here in that first quarter.
What they did, they left their egos in the locker room. It's a very all-for-one, one-for-all mentality.
On the court for the Knicks, Chamberlain is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Kobe. Then it's Paul George, and it's Archibald in at the point guard. And when it comes to big men who can really handle the basketball, there aren't many of them, but there are a few, and they're pretty good at it, the big.
You know, I think the best at this, and we don't consider him a big, but he's close to 7 feet, is Kevin Durant.
Right.
Handling the basketball for a big. DeMarcus Cousins is really good. You look at guys like LaMarcus Aldridge, not bad. Blake Griffin, for his size, being able to handle the basketball. We have so many guys that have that skill set, and they're 6'10" and above.
Just 2 to shoot. Another shot. Johnson can't hit. New York trailing. To the paint. Here's Nowitzki. Rebound, Parrish. Thomas with the ball. Picked up by Bryant. Kobe against Thomas. Kicks it to Johnson. Malone trying to break free. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 6 points.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
George. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Johnson surveying the floor. He kicks it to Worthy. He can't get that one to fall. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Archibald. He's guarded by Thomas. Archibald passes to Nowitzki. Here's Kobe, and the shot is long.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
James Worthy on the wing, defended by George. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Here's Parrish. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Parrish has got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
How much do you love to see the turnover?
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to make sure everybody's on the same page here going forward.
You know, sometimes the best way to approach it, let your guys know what they're doing well and give them 1 or 2 things that they could have done better.
There's 1:17 left here in the second.
And that's his 3rd foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
Chamberlain kicks to George. Here's Archibald. He's guarded by Thomas. Nowitzki's shot's good.
And Nowitzki is one of the deadliest shooters of all time. Every time he lets it go from deep, you just get the feeling it's going in.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Here's Malone. Johnson finds Thomas. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Worthy, the pass to Parrish. Over Bryant. And it's Parrish missing. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
George with the bucket.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Parrish kicks to Thomas. The Knicks pull it in.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
Now Worthy on the pass to Thomas. Now Malone. Shoots over Chamberlain. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks lead by 1. And we'll be back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He had 9 points and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kobe Bryant really making a difference.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
They've got Malone. Worthy out there with Parrish. Then it's Thomas. And it's Johnson in at the 2 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Thomas following a 3-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. Right side, Thomas. Malone passes to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Outside Worthy. Malone kicks to Johnson. Some solid defense from Bryant. The Knicks with the lead. George looking around. Inside, Malone with the steal. Johnson against Bryant. Johnson, the pass to Malone. Yes, that goes in. Malone's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Toronto.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
When you played on the road, Smitty, just how much did you hear comments from the crowd? Home or away, but I'm guessing more on the road than at home.
Yeah, on the road you hear some interesting comments from a lot of the fans, and a lot of times I didn't want to drown it out. I wanted to hear because it fueled me, and to get a chance to, I wouldn't say engage. I would tell young players not to engage, but the one thing I would do, Kevin, when you get going, you just kind of catch that fan, you get eye contact, and you give them that smile, and that's when I think you really attack them by your facial expressions.
Good explanation. Bryant with the rebound.
Great position down low. He had more time to get that shot off than I think he realized.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 6 points for Paul George. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And the Raptors call time here. Raptors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Johnson dishes to Thomas. Here's Parrish. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Archibald with the bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. .43 left in the third quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And how about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Thomas.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
New York calls timeout. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Pass to Johnson. Over Bryant. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 8 points. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Pass to George. Nowitzki outside. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Johnson finds Thomas. Over to the left wing. Ryan against Johnson. The teardrop falls in. He's got 10.
He's been so consistent scoring the basketball. It has helped him tack on to this lead.
Outside, Kobe. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. A 2-point game. Outside Worthy. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Here's Malone. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops from Malone. And both free throws good for Malone.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Archibald passes to Bryant. Outside, George. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Here's Malone. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. New York ahead. They lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Nowitzki is out there with Chamberlain. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kobe. And it's Archibald in at the 1. New York leading by 3. Bryant has the open look from outside off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Kobe with the steal. George against Worthy. And George kicks to Nowitzki. Here's Bryant. Johnson with the block. George against Worthy. Pass to Johnson. Outside Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Raptors need to get a shot. Offensive rebound.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Here's Nowitzki. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Malone.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
Outside Thomas. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Free throw no good for Thomas. New York's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And Kobe throws it down hard.
And Bryant just plays without fear. In fact, he's constantly looking to score through the contact.
One shot.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And the Raptors call time here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Toronto's head coach had some words for his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Stolen by Parrish. Worthy against George. Now here's Worthy. He's tightly guarded. Reverses. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Robert Parrish.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 2. 1:57 left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. Now here's Malone. Shoots over Chamberlain. Malone misses. Here's Kobe. Nowitzki dishes to George. Second chance effort. And Bryant the bucket on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Malone against Chamberlain. Malone can't hit.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Malone. Following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Looking to end his cold spell. Malone can't hit.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Now, here's Chamberlain. Shoots over Malone. Malone with the block.
How about the quicks there by Malone to get up and deter that shot, utilizing that size and reach for the rejection.
The pass to Archibald. 6 to shoot. George finds Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
They better have some extra goodies on that plane, because after this blowout, they deserve to be rewarded.
A new blueprint now for the Raptors. Craig Monroe. He's checked in for Malone. C.J. Miles comes in for James Worthy. Green, he's checked in for Johnson. And Stockton subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. .35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the paint, Kobe with the steal. And now the Knicks on the break. Nobody near Irving. That 3 off the mark. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Green kicks to Stockton. Monroe, the pass to Stockton. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Kobe. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg...